It's Monday, April 29th, 2013. I'm out here on Quarry Creek in Tioga County. Gonna do a little bit of trout fishing here. I was out yesterday. My buddy caught a 19.5-inch rainbow from this spot right here. But he was fishing for it pretty much all day. And I ended up catching 7 trout total yesterday between this spot and a couple others that I hit, but I didn't have my camera, so hopefully I can have the same kind of luck today. Cody just caught a pretty nice rainbow trout.
Why do they have all these nice spots on them?
It's not a bad fish.
No, it's not. Throw him back.
We were sitting here fishing this hole, and I thought I hit record, but I didn't.
Are you serious?
Got an 18-inch rainbow trout. On a salmon egg. Cody just caught another rainbow.
What?
On a white trout magnet.
You got the...
Cody just caught a brookie.
In Quarry Creek.
Quarry Creek. Fishing this little hole right here.
My trout magnet. You sucker.
White trout magnet does it again.
Does it again.
Cody just caught a pretty decent rainbow.
How big is he? 15? Put him next to here. Fucker. Come back. Yours is... Oh yeah, he's 18. 16. He's 16 probably.
It's not a bad fish.
No, it's not. Where's your tape measure at? Actually, let's measure him. I didn't think about that.
I'm hooked up to a pretty decent rainbow out of this fast water. Cody just caught another pretty decent rainbow.
They're pretty too.
Hooked up again to another trout. It was a rainbow, he just came off. Even though this is a small fish. Hooked up again, next cast. Looks like another rainbow. Not a bad fish.
Huh?
Cody's hooked up to a pretty nice brook trout over there.
I want a picture of this bad boy on my phone. Look at this sucker.
It's a pretty nice one.
This is the biggest brook you ever caught, I think. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come to Papa. Look at him. He's pretty as all hell. Holy shit. Oh my word. Oh my word.
He's pretty fat. Well, it's Sunday, May 5th, 2013. I got off work a little bit early today, so I'm out here on Tioga County doing some trout fishing on Quarry Creek. Haven't been out here in about 6 days, but hopefully there's still some fish left, so we'll see what happens today. Well, I just caught my first trout. It's a little rainbow, so I'll get him off the hook and see if there's any other fish in here. I'm hooked up to my second trout of the day. Looks like another rainbow. This is the first trout I've caught out of this spot right here. All the other fish have been chubs. Pretty decent rainbow. It took a while, but I finally hooked up again. Looks like a little rainbow trout. Yeah, a little rainbow. This one's not even legal. Hooked up to my second trout. Looks like it might be another rainbow. Yeah, another rainbow. Not a bad fish. Well, I switched spots to this little reservoir. I'm hooked up. Seems like a pretty decent sized fish. Oh yeah, that's a nice brookie. Looks like a heron got him. This is probably going to go on a stringer. Alright, I'm hooked up again. This fish actually grabbed my power bait and then jumped out of the water with it before I could even get the hook set on him. It's a rainbow. Not a bad fish. Alright, this is pretty cool. I set the hook on this rod with power bait on it. And as I was reeling it in, I had a wax worm out on this rod. I set the hook on that. I have 2 trout hooked on right now. I had 2 rods in the same hand at one point. Not really sure how I managed to keep both fish on the hook, but let's get the power bait one in first. Looks like a little rainbow. I'm going to let him go. Alright, so now this yellow rod, I had a wax worm under a bobber. Looks like another rainbow trout. Get him off the hook as well. I'm hooked up to a real little brookie. This one took a butterworm. So I'll get him off the hook and keep casting back out. I'm hooked up again. Looks like a little brookie. I was actually hooked up on this yellow rod, and I was cutting the hook out of the fish's mouth when this fish took this bait. Looks like a little rainbow, so I'll get him off the hook and cast back out and get some more bait on my other rod. Well, I was almost able to get that other hook tied onto my yellow rod when I had another trout take my bait. Another little rainbow. I'll let him go. Get these lines back in the water. These fish are in kind of a feeding frenzy right now in this little reservoir, and I'm the only one out here catching them. Well, I did it again. I got a fish on each of my rods. I got a nice brown trout on some power bait, and another trout, I'm not sure what it is, on a wax worm. Nice rainbow and a nice brown. Holding 2 rods in the same hand, trying to reel both these fish in. This is just a crazy evening of trout fishing right here. I can't keep bait on my line fast enough for these fish. So I'll get these fish released and keep fishing. I'm hooked up again. I actually caught 3 other fish, but I didn't bother pressing record because this action's been so fast. I'm more concerned with catching fish. I gotta be over 30 now. This looks like a nice brown trout. I caught it on a butterworm. So, get more bait on my line, cast back out, and keep fishing. Well, I'm hooked up to another little rainbow. I actually missed a fish on my other rod just now on a power bait, so get this fish off. I'm probably gonna head out of here soon. It's starting to get dark, but the fishing definitely isn't slowing down. Like I said before, I can't keep the bait on my line fast enough to catch all these fish. And I'm not filming every one. Oh, hang on. Alright, I got that other fish on. So, once again, 2 rods, both with fish. Let me try to reel this in a little bit. Another rainbow. This is unreal. One of the better afternoons of fishing I've had up here so far. Might have to end it on that note right there. Alright, well I just made my last 2 casts of the day and I'm hooked up on this rod to a brook trout. I think by the time I get him off the hook I'm going to have a hit on my other line. But I'm going to have to call it a day after this. It's starting to get dark. Actually, no, that's a real little rainbow. It's still a trout though. Well, that was my last cast of the day. Hooked up to a little brook trout. And what a spectacular day this has been on this little reservoir. Couldn't keep my bait on the line fast enough to catch all these fish. It's just a great afternoon to be out, but it's starting to get dark, so I think I'm going to head back to the truck. I haven't really been keeping track of how many fish I've been catching. I've been catching too many to be able to count. So it's an awesome, awesome afternoon fishing here in Tioga County.